Welcome back to this episode, everyone. In this one, we are going to light and wire up the engines and attach them to the engineering hull. Okay, I've got 5mm blues, 5mm red, the red here, I just need one on here pointing forward. I'll go probably like that, right there. I got the blues here. I got two blues that'll point aft. Now these two here, I just got to tie them together, and then they'll be pointing this way. I got the two blues here connected together. Well, just the positive pins here for now. So I'll get those glued in place, and then put the red here in place. I don't want the negative pin on here to touch anything because I have to put a resistor on this because it's a red and it sucks up a lot of juice. So I'm just going to tie in the positive with the positive here. There you go, and I got the two blues here are kind of splayed out this way to spread the light out all throughout the warp grill. There's LEDs right where I want it. Just got to tie in the negative pins here with these here, and this is ready to go, and then I put the resistor on this red one here. I'll probably use 100 ohm. Okay, I got the 100 ohm resistor there on the negative of the red LED. Got the other LEDs there tied in, negative to positive. Looks good. Now I take a line here from here. I just tie it into there. So when the power comes in, it goes through the resistor to the red LED only. And there we go. Okay, now that's done. What I need to do here is I have to re-drill a little hole here for 0.30 fiber optic line, and I'll have the LED light probably somewhere over here. It'll be a flasher, so it'll be hooked into a different circuit compared to these ones. Actually, maybe I'll put it off to the side here because I need all this space here for the wiring for here. So I'll probably put the flasher LED here. I'm going to keep it far enough back so the line is long enough so it won't snap or anything. So I will, since this engine here is going to be centralized in the ship, it's going to be a white LED, because white is kind of like, it's neutral. So like the ship's flying this way, this would be the green and the red. And in the center here, it's neutral white. So this is going to be a white LED going in here for the flashers, for the top and the top and the bottom of the warp engine. The excess pins here that you don't use and you snip off, don't throw them away. Keep them. They're like gold when it comes to putting together circuits and all that. I got the bit here. It's the same size as the 0.30 mil fiber optic line I'm going to be using. So now I just got to drill the hole in the top and the bottom of the engine. For the flashing light, I'm just going to use a 3mm white LED. Okay. Right here on the side a bit, have it pointing generally at the hole. Get this thing to stop. There we go. Stop sliding there. Okay. Alright, now get the fiber optic line. Measure about how much I need. I always cut a little bit longer than I need. You can always shorten it later. Nice sharp X-Acto so it cuts it clean. If it's not sharp, it'll splinter the end, and you don't want that. Let's see, perfect. Yeah, perfect fit. Nice. Now when I drilled the hole, I drilled it more on an angle instead of straight through, just so it makes it easier when you go to bend it down. It tends to want to snap, these thicker lines. You don't want that to happen. So now I need heat shrink. I got, let's see, this slightly larger one here to fit over the LED. Like that. And then these really thin one, small thinner one here for the actual line here. So what I want to do with this is I want to pre-shrink it already. Trust me, you don't want to shrink it with the fiber optic line inside it. That's not a good thing. Okay, I'm just gonna get this shrunk down over the light a little bit here. Okay. this. There we go. I'll shrink it the rest of the way. See, it's okay to do this now because it's like 2 layers of heat shrink between that and the fiber optic line, so the line is not going to melt on you. At least I haven't had one melt on me yet. Now, put it in the hole. Just a slight bend on it. Angle the light up a little bit here. There we go. Now, you can shorten this down. There we go. Just like that. Now, just gotta do that for the top part, or bottom part of the engine. And there we go. They're done. Everything's all lit up. Just gotta run the lines now. Time for a light test. Now I changed out this resistor on here. It was 100. I put it down to a 47. 47 seemed to work a lot better. There we go. Let's see it a little bit better if I did that. There we go. That's good. For the flasher. Not bad. Here we go. I painted chrome silver on the lines here to prevent any blue or red interfering with these lines as they flash. Now that that is done with the lights, we can light up the engineering hull. Okay, now I got the 5mm white LEDs, and I'm going to be putting them down along the spine of the ship. That's all you need to do, is put them along the spine. You don't need to spray them out all over the place, because the lights that they put out, or the brightness, is way more than enough to light up the entire window grid here. So I got a good start here. Got one painting facing aft for whatever window's in the back here, and then I gotta have a stream coming up to about here. You see the pins on these here are a little bit shorter than normal. I got a few here still left from my old stash that have really long pins on it. Good. Alright. Just need to spin it down just a little bit. Like that.
Good.
Any more long pins? Looks like I got one left, and the rest are all short. Okay, and probably like one here, just to help light up the deflector a little bit more. So I get, yeah, okay. There we go. Looks good. Not bad. Let's do a quick lighting test. Here we go. Nice. Very nice. Okay, I got one of these wax sheets here, and I'm going to cut out a section here to put in front of the deflector dish. It would just help disperse the light out a little bit more, and it'll hide the interior so I won't see any lights or anything. There we go. That's good. You can see here, just the light up here. Not bad. Okay. Got the red and blacks here. So I'm going to put those in here first. And that'll be for just the main lighting up here in the front of the warp engine. And other colored wiring will be for the flasher. And it's always better to have too much length than not enough. Because this thing's got to come around. There we go. We'll run there. Looks good. Pretty nice. Okay. I just put a little bit of glue stick glue on here just to hold everything in place so I can put the top on. There we go. Just gotta let that dry now. And I can install the warp engine on the bottom of the hull. Okay, got it on there real nice. I just got to use my sander and shave everything smooth and paint it. Well, after I get the putty on the edges here, along there, and it's ready for painting. There we go. Got it all sanded, got the putty in there. Looks good. Gonna let that dry, and then I can finish it off by painting. But while we're waiting for it to dry, I can put in the flasher light that goes in here. So I'm going to put a white 3mm LED there, or run a fiber optic line down there where it flashes in the bottom down here. And you can see I put the putty on around the edge there, so it's all the wires are tucked in. Just got to wait for that to dry, and then I can sand it and repaint it. Okay, got that there. It's ready to go. Just got to get the fiber optic line from there to there, but I have to have my heat shrink on here and in place before I can put the fiber optic line in place. There we go, all done. Goes right down in there, and I got that line there painted chrome silver, so no light from in here will affect the flasher. And that looks good. There we go, all but done. All painted now. Looks good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. But now, before I put the engine on, I want to put the warp grills on first. And this, so that everything is in place. So let's get that done. Okay, so I got the top of the engine here. I got heat shrink here, ready to go. I got the cap on there. Just got to put the warp grills on. I got the bottom of the engine here ready to go. These here are ready to tie into this flasher circuit here. These are all ready to go. Alright, let's get these on. Alright. So I'm just gonna glue these in place. It's always nice to do a test fit first before you glue, despite whether or not you know it's going to fit anyway, but it still doesn't hurt to do a test fit. Make that a habit. A hobbit. Yeah, make it a hobbit. Yeah. Now, on the back here, you can see there's a little gap. What I do there is I just put some window maker in that gap, and it closes it up, and it pretty much meshes everything together, so when the lights are on you don't really notice it. Everything looks good. Next step now, marry these two parts together. I'm trying to avoid touching these. Still wet. Good. Okay, the test fit looked good. Works great. Alright. Now, I'm going to use a Gorilla Glue here and just basically just goop it all in there, and I guarantee you that engine will not pop off. Well, unless you huck the thing at a wall or something. And there we go. She's on there. Once the glue dries, that is not coming off. There we have it. Look at that. Not bad. I just finished painting around underneath there and everything. Everything's all smoothened out. Almost looks like it was meant for it. Now I'm going to put the top on, and this section will be complete. Okay, what I need to do here is with these two lines here, so I need to connect these to the flasher, because these yellows here, they're for the flasher. I'll color coordinate these later for positive and negative, and then I'm going to hook these two lines up here for the power here, for the main power that lights up all these here. So let's go to here. I'm just going to make this the positive side here. There we go. Everything hooked up. Now, for the bottom here, just go hook these in to there. There we go. Just gotta do a quick light test, make sure everything's working. Okay, just using 3 volts right now. I'm going to be testing the flashers here first. Okay. Now, main lighting. Yep. Nice. And there we have it, folks. Done. Not bad. This is looking really good. Well, that's it for this episode, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. In the next one, we are going to be lighting up the primary hull. So please like, subscribe, comment, don't forget to share, and check out my online store. The link is down below. If you have any questions or you want me to do some commission work for you, contact me at modelbuilder501@gmail.com. I'll see you all again later. Bye.